Hello and welcome to this really small short course about sanity. And we learn about sanity and how sanity can make the development of your web applications so easy and so quick. Actually, sanity it's headless. They say headless CMS, but I would say a headless database, real-time database. It's a bit like Firebase actually. It's it's more or less the same. Firebase obviously they offers different features and push notifications and so on. Sanity offers different things as well, but it's a kind of let's say that it's the backend of your application, and it's so easy to set up everything. It's free now. Like Firebase, they have premium plans, but when you start it's free. And they have actually some already built-in projects. So if you go to create here, you go to sanity.io/create. You can do it directly from your terminal, the process, and they will ask you to log in with GitHub or a different login account. Otherwise, you can log in on the website if you don't do it through the terminal. In my case, I'm signed in with my GitHub account, but it can be Google or different ones, or your email address. So when you run this one, they will ask for your email account, for your account for Sanity. Otherwise, just do it on the website. And once you are in there, you can already start a built-in project, and all of them work directly with Netlify. So it will push automatically everything on the Netlify web hosting, and you don't have to do anything. Like, it will deploy it for you. It's a continuous deployment. It works really well. You don't have to take care of the deployment at all. And when you see, like here, you see all of different projects is different. In my case, I just created that one, built with Sapper. So Sapper is like a bit like Express.js, I would say. It's for the front end. It manages all the different logic and so on. So yeah, a bit like Next.js mostly, but could be compared as well as Express. And yeah, Sapper is newer, and it's really lightweight indeed, and it works very well. It's a nice, sweet framework, and so when you choose that option here, when you create a block with Sapper, it runs the block. It will run the logic for you already. So you will have a shell, kind of a shell application, a kind of a boilerplate, if you see what I mean. So boilerplate, in the term of tech, boilerplate is like all the necessary components and everything you need. But here it's even more, because you will have like almost a functional blog, and then you can customize it as up as you wish. So this one, so when you click on create, you create a new project. They ask you to link with your GitHub account, so they will create a private repo for you directly. And you see you have your Sanity account, so that can be your email, your Google account, whatsoever. And then GitHub account is the one, so they will post directly to your GitHub repo, and you can say that you want the repo to be private. And then you finally the Netlify account, and the Netlify account will also, this will be for the deployment of your project. So automatically, when you do some changes, it will directly deploy it as a continuous deployment. So continuous deployment. I just show it quickly to you, and continuous integration actually, but yes, so it does the deployment for you. And this is really, really helpful. It helps so much because deploying something is never funny, especially when you have to use Jenkins or other kind of annoying tool. But with Netlify, it's really it works very, very well. Um, and it got integrated with GitHub, GitLab, and so on. So the integration is really good. So yes, and Netlify is also free. The basic membership is free as well. And once you want to create that project, the basic blog with Sapper, you will the GitHub repo will be created already for you, and that will be your repo. For me, I mentioned that I wanted my repo to be private, and then you can just do git clone to clone that git repo, and then doing cd sanity sapper, and then on your local you use npm. If you don't have npm installed already, just install node, and node comes with npm inbuilt, and so you just run npm install to run all the dependencies, and then you are good to go actually. And so here we are. This is what I did actually. I did git clone. I clone my project, then I did npm install to install the dependencies, and yes, and now you are good to go. So you can just do npm run dev, and let's make the magic happen. So it will run very well. We have to say hello. For here, we allow the connection, the network, external network. So, and it runs. Beautiful server. It's almost in there. You see, it's very simple here again. Node accept incoming network connections. Yes, and now it's available here on HTTPS localhost and 3000, and that's it. You see how easy it is, and now you can just develop your application in the project. So the structure of the project is still quite simple actually. Let's see in VS Code, Visual Code. My background is actually PHP, so I used to use always PHP Storm, but with in the JavaScript ecosystem community, everybody uses Visual Studio Code, and yes, I agree, it's a really good one. And you see that's the architecture, and now you can just add some static pages and so on thanks to Sapper. So Sapper will do, that's a React component. Oh, actually no, it's not. Oh yeah, they use Svelte. I've never used that one. So Svelte. Let's have a look. Is it automatically? Yeah. So so that's actually from Svelte. You see, I didn't know, but it's actually Svelte is Sapper actually. And so the doc, and yeah, I suggest you to learn a bit about Sapper and how it works on the client side and so on. So pages are Svelte components. So Svelte components is, so this is actually not React, but it's Svelte component. Maybe the name is not the best, but anyways, so Svelte application component. So in my case, I always like to compare actually with like Vue, React. Which one is good? Like what's the difference? The main difference with Svelte doesn't use virtual DOM. So DOM stands for document object model. It's what you have with the HTML. The DOM is, or the DOM is like the HTML tags and so on. So yeah, that was the overview of Sanity.io with Sapper. and I suggest you to have a lot of fun with it, and to see nowadays it's so easy to build an app. You don't have to hire a developer. You can be a developer by yourself. If you're a developer like me, you feel a bit bad because it's so simple, so you think, oh, maybe soon I will be fired. Like, but it's nice to build stuff like that. In my case, I'm actually working on something a bit similar. I have a CMS now. It's really old. It's a PHP CMS that I started 10 years ago, and I'm doing a PH7 Builder JS dating CMS that will work a bit the same way as this one, and it will be very similar in a way, and so obviously it will use Netlify to directly host directly very easily on Netlify. You will be able to, you won't have to deploy anything. It will be done under the hood, and the UI will be a bit similar to this dashboard studio. And I'm working on that because I believe nowadays, installing CMS the old-fashioned way, I don't know if you did like WordPress or like Joomla. Now the new modern way is definitely this one, and to directly integrate cloud service like Netlify on the go, and to don't care about on the production, the deployment to the production, and you just want to do, if it's PHP compose install, you just want to clone your repo, do some changes, and then that's it. You push the code to your Git repo, and automatically it gets deployed to Netlify or to a similar service. That's it for today, and let's see in another session. See you.